Triple M's Rush Hour podcast is brought to you by Fox Footy, only on Foxtel.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I see assholes like you every day.
James Brayshaw.
Every day.
Billy Brownless.
Is this more on number one?
I had the head on backwards, Hig, don't worry.
Put more on number two on the phone.
That's why we're on the radio.
What the hell is wrong with you two?
Everybody's working overtime. Listening to the Rush Hour.
Triple M.
I feel good.
Oh, she's a Friday. We all feel good. The big long weekend is on the way.
Yep.
I walked past a couple of desks in the journey from our office into this studio. A couple of people, I'm not naming any names, least dangerous Dave, already tucking into a Miller's. That's how people in this office are greeting the long weekend, Bill. They're ready for it.
Well,
they want it.
Good on them.
And I tell you, we're going to give you the perfect 2-hour segue into your long weekend because Danny Green is in studio, 3-time world champion here with us, the main man. Can't wait for that. Damien Christoph also going to join us in here to tell you how to be healthy over the next 2 or 3 months. Get yourself ready for that. You're going to ask Dr. Karl Kruzelnitsky an unbelievable question that you've been terrorising us with.
Exactly.
I'd refer you to go to Dr. Karl. And you're also, this is a busy day for you, Bill, you're also going to explain world politics.
In 1 minute.
Brand new segment coming up. We're going to do Get Stuffed shortly. So, a big, big show. Hello, Bill.
G'day, Jim. G'day, listeners. And Higo, what's that smell?
Oh, that would be me. I've been swimming in raw sewage. I love it.
He loves
The
it.
great Frank Drebin.
Speaking about work, Jim, I saw an email. Kath, our lovely boss, has sent through an email saying you can all, if all work's done and dusted and you're all finished up, you can leave at 3:30.
Well, that's what Least Dangerous has obviously got in mind.
I sent a message back saying, thank you, Kath, we're out at 3:30.
That's it, a nice half hour. Tight show, Bill.
Exactly.
Hey, a bit of news kicking around. Let's start with the fact that Ross Lyons re-signed for 2 extra years into 2017. Sensible from Fremantle.
I would have thought so. They would have to be my favourite for the premiership right now, Jimmy boy. They'll learn a lot from last year.
You'd have to think.
But as you said, 2-year extension, 2017. He's a very, very good coach. And they moved heaven and earth to get him, didn't they? Wasn't that an unbelievable coup?
It was the cloak of darkness. The other bit that's interesting for me is starting to come out that Buddy Franklin and Liam Pickering had conversations with Sydney a long time before they let on.
A year.
Now, Bill, I think we all knew that.
Did we?
So, I think you're not just going to suddenly decide after the grand final, you know what, I might do a 10-year deal with Sydney. I think things have got to be put in place a lot earlier than that.
See, I didn't.
So do you think that the people involved do themselves any favours by telling, what are they, white lies? For a whole season?
White lies, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Gary Ablett's another classic example.
Exactly.
I mean, that whole year when he was asked a million times, he kept saying, I don't know, I'll wait till the end of the year. Well, you know they're not going to do that, Bill. They're free agents. They're entitled to have a look around. But
like the NRL that do.
They're making their decision a long way before the season's over. So why don't they just come out and say, you know, I am going to have a look around and I will come to a decision and when the time's right, I'll let you know.
Exactly.
So they're not lying. They're just not telling you the truth.
White lies.
Yeah, well, they're exactly what they are.
What was unbelievable, the 7 people in that meeting a year ago, the Sydney Swans meeting, and Buddy and Liam, no one said a word.
No.
They didn't get out, did it?
That is tight.
That is
in
tight.
the modern era.
Yeah.
And now Dane Swan last night.
Oh, what about him? I tell you what he is, Jim.
Intriguing for
Thongs.
me.
He's refreshing for me because he doesn't give a stuff, and that's what you love about him. He says all these things, and I sit there and eat my lunch on my own, and the club tell the new kids on board not to associate with me because I'm and he just gets another. He got a tat on his leg last night we couldn't see, and he had 2 tats on his thumbs.
I tell you what I like about him, Bill. Economy of words for a start.
Yeah.
So he only speaks when he wants to and when he's got something to say.
Exactly.
And I love how honest and how he doesn't. As you say, he doesn't give a stuff.
No.
He just blurts it out. I reckon he's absolutely brilliant. He's an intriguing media performer, and when the cameras are off and we're out the back, he's absolutely no different.
Exactly
Is he?
right.
Not one bit different.
That is him, and that's what you love. Do you reckon Collingwood or the media department would have a chat to him today and just say...
I hope not.
No, you hope not. But you know what it's like. Everyone, it's so straight up and down now.
What would they say to him? Why would they have anything to say to him?
No, I'm hoping they don't. I'm hoping they just, they trust him and just let him be himself.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I think it was the great Yabby Jeans who said, Bill, you treat everyone fairly, but you don't treat everyone equally in footy. So the Brat Pack,
Yes.
the other, 3 or 4 have all gone. The reason he's still there is because he's a superstar.
That's right.
That's what it is, Bill.
Mate,
and you cut superstars slack that you wouldn't cut your 9-to-5ers.
Brian Cook said that also because I think they were one of the star players in a bit of trouble. Hey, also there's a game going on currently at Punt Road.
Yes.
2,100 tickets sold like that. That's all it could fit in there.
Yes.
It's between...
I believe Mick Malloy's there at the moment.
Yeah,
He will be.
Richmond and Essendon. Jakey Carlisle may be on report, I'm hearing back through the years. Hang on. Yep, for kneeing a Richmond player.
He's doing theatre on radio, visual theatre on radio.
Guess who's calling it for the websites, the Essendon and Richmond website? Luke Darcy.
The Duke.
So we're going to talk to Luke, aren't we, and just get an update to see how the practice game there, Richmond and Essendon. There's another game going on at 4 o'clock. Jill, who's that? Carlton and Bulldogs play at 4 o'clock.
Yep. All right, well, we get stuff coming up next. I'll tell you, speaking of coming up next week, Willis, short week, Peter Siddle, Bernie Vince, Sean Higgins, Dave Reynolds, Jason Dunstall, Mel McLaughlin, Joe Silvani, Madeline West.
Hang on.
Mel McLaughlin's
Stars everywhere.
We better smarten up, Bill.
That's next week, but next, get stuffed.
You want to fire this off straight away?
We haven't done this for a while, so and it is a Friday and we're back, so let's go.
The Rush Hour wants you to vent your spleen.
People who have transformer badges on their cars, the Baltic Bridge, TV stations, they can all get stuffed.
Men.
This is Who Can Get Stuffed.
All right. You know how this works. Basically, we're just giving you a voice. The millions of people in Melbourne who love this show. You can ring up and tell anything or anyone to get stuffed. And I'm opening the batting here, Bill.
Yes, please.
And I'll tell you what style of opener I am.
Well, what?
I'm not Buck Rogers.
Warner.
I'm Davey Warner.
Righto.
So stand by. I'll tell you can get stuffed.
Who?
Chappelle Corby.
Oh, gee.
Enough! I'm sick and tired of hearing about her, Bill. And Audi or BMW or whatever the hell her sister's name is.
Mercedes.
And a bogan mum spraying champagne everywhere. Get stuffed. No more, Bill.
I'd like it.
All right, there you go. There's me first.
Good.
And I've got another.
Good start. Oh, another one.
I got another one just like the other one. All right. I'll tell you who else can get stuffed, Bill.
We all do that.
3 of us do it.
Oh, fair to
Bill,
you're driving your car.
I tell you who else can get stuffed.
Who?
Bill Vlahos.
Why?
Bill?
Should have stuck to running the steak restaurant in Richmond, Bill. That's what he should have bloody done.
Vlados.
Is it?
Dopey. Wrong Vlados.
500 million sitting there, Willis.
Yes.
Pay the 144 back, yo, and have a shave while you're at it. He can get stuffed.
He looks like Fat Tony, doesn't he?
He's got a bit of fat tone
He's
about
a
him.
dead ringer of Fat
All right,
Tony.
so there's a couple.
Yeah.
You got one?
Justin Bieber.
Yep.
I don't know his music, but he's and spoiled brats.
Right.
You know, these young and up and coming, like a Lindsay Lohan and all these. Get stuffed.
No, we like Lindsay.
Actually, we do like it. But Justin Bieber and all these spoiled brats, they get the tats and then they get locked up and they get the cars. Get stuffed, you spoiled little turds.
All right. So we're off to a ripping start.
Great.
13353. You know what this is about. Ring us right now and tell us who or what can get stuffed.
Yeah.
All right, let's get going here. Dylan's from Lang Lang. Hello, Dill.
How you going, boys?
All right, who can get stuffed?
The South African commentators, they can get stuffed.
Why, mate?
Did you hear them the other night carrying on about we're throwing the ball back to Brad Hutton.
Yeah.
And they were ragging up about, hitting the ground and all that, saying there's a ball tampering. I think they can get stuffed.
Hey, and you know what, Dylan, with regard to that, Mark Nicholas actually made a very good comment during commentary, and that is it is not written anywhere in the laws of cricket that you can't return the ball to the keeper or another fieldsman in whichever manner you like, Willis. You can roll it along the ground if you like.
I know, but it's a thing you shouldn't do.
But, Bill, there's nothing saying you're not allowed to do it. Now, you're not allowed to grab the ball and grind it into the ground, but if you want to throw it back on the bounce, you're entitled to do that without having to have an umpire tell you you're not.
All right.
It's as simple as that.
But the umpires got involved the other day.
They did, exactly right. Chris is from Ferntree Gully. Hello, Chris.
Chrissy,
Hey, Billy, how we doing, boys?
who can get stuffed, mate?
Fair warning, I haven't had a cigarette all day, so I'm pretty, revved up. But the Baltic Bridge can get stuffed. It took me 28 minutes to get across it.
What is happening to that? It's that bloody lane that goes. You've got the one that goes left to Montague.
Yep.
And then you got the one that goes into the
southeast suburbs.
Yeah, that's
and the other one goes to Geelong, where it used to be 2 lanes going left.
What's happened with that, Chris?
I don't know. I came through probably half an hour ago now, but it was about 2:30, a bit before 2:30 I came through there. You know, there shouldn't be that many people on the road. And it took me 28 minutes.
Well, I've got a little sneaky way to get through, Chris, but guess what?
Not telling
I'm not telling you.
But guess what, James? You can...
Yes, good one. We got a prize.
I love it. Give Chris something, Bill.
Yeah, the prize is on your second sheet there, Bill. If you
there we go. FitX Sport and Fitness Expo this weekend. Starts today.
Yep, sounds good.
Good boy, Chris. Well, hang on the line there, please. Cole's in Pakenham. Cole. Cole.
What I'm saying, I'm doing 100 Ks a day, and all those people that don't indicate can go and get stuff.
Fair enough, too. Only fair enough, Bill.
Oh, it does. It annoys you, that.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much to just click the old finger down.
That's right.
All right, thanks for that, Cole. Michael Point Cook. Hello, Mick.
Gentlemen.
Cool. Yes, Mick, who can get stuffed?
Well, got to tell you, I've been in Melbourne for 9 months. All of Melbourne can go and get stuff.
Oh, come on, Mick.
Come on, Mick, why?
Mate, footy season kicked off last night. Not one bloody mention in the media. Back of the page, no paper, not even a mention.
NRL. No one gives a stuff
no one
about
gives
that.
a stuff about that, Mick, unless it's a Melbourne Storm.
Hey?
Rugby League, the Game of Champions.
Oh, the old bum sniffers, mate. No one cares about it.
Unless it's Melbourne Storm.
Yeah, exactly.
The Storm, we give it...
Don't get me started about them cheating bastards.
Hey, right, hang up on me.
Mick can get stuffed.
Yeah, come on, Mick. Tidy it up if you're going to ring this very popular station. Chris from Pakenham. Hello, Chris.
Hello, Jim.
What do you got for us?
Shane Watson can get stuffed.
Oh,
mate.
What's he done?
Mate, I just think he's a burden in the Australian cricket side.
Went all right in the last test, made a nice 40.
No.
Bowled some handy overs.
I'm with him.
He did, but Jim, he's a hit and miss. It's either big or nothing from him.
And when he's right to go, he plays. He's injured too much. I'm with you there, Chris. Good work.
I can't
Bill.
quite agree, but anyway.
Chris,
And Sean Marshall's hard done by. His first test made 100, and just because he makes a pair, he gets dropped for Shane Watson.
Yeah, faced 3 balls. Some Formula One Rolex Australian Grand Prix tickets for you, mate. Hang on to the line.
All right, Benny, Caroline Springs. Hello, Ben.
G'day, mate. How are you?
Who can get stuffed?
Oh, mate, I've got 2 to get stuffed. First, this gets in front of me doing 15 kilometres under the bloody speed limit in the right-hand lane.
Yeah, nothing.
That's the first one.
Yeah, with you on that one.
Exactly.
Mate, it's killing me. And the second one is Steve from the block. What a tosser he is. Billy, have you seen him? Have you seen him, Billy?
I've seen the sisters. Which one's
mate,
Steve?
He can't even use a hammer. This guy, I tell you, he is useless. Useless.
Are you a chippy?
Oh, I'm a plasterer.
Plasterer.
Steve from the block.
Steve from the block's got it.
Oh, mate, he's a knob. An absolute knob.
Well done,
That
Benny.
makes me laugh, Bill. All right, well done. Paul is out there, Bill?
Where from?
Where?
Yeah, he's out there.
Where?
Sort of down Officer way.
No, it's not near Officer at all.
Officer.
Where is he?
Narry Warren,
out
Jim.
there,
Geez,
Bill. Hello, Paulie.
Good afternoon, fellas. How are we?
Good,
Who
Paulie.
can get stuffed?
Mate, the people that you do the right thing, you let them in, they don't even wave back at you to say thanks.
Oh.
Go and get stuff.
Well, don't let him in, Paul.
Mate, pretty hard, though. The track doesn't get off to a quick start, mate.
He's
It's
got
a
the
courtesy
tra-
wave,
Well done,
Bill. That's all
Paulie.
you've got to do.
I
Courtesy
tell you,
wave.
I tell you, the traffic, Jim, going down to the Docklands there.
Yeah, it was
gets
horrendous last night, wasn't it?
Unbelievable.
We get lots of people with that one.
Yeah, we do.
Though. If someone lets you in, have the courtesy to put your hand slightly out of the window and say thanks for that.
That's all we have to do.
Not hard.
Not hard.
It isn't
Doesn't
hard,
cost you
Willis.
anything,
No.
Jim.
Makes the world go round. People are happier.
Oh, geez, that's a nice opening.
Yeah, good start.
Salvo.
The whole of Melbourne, Shane Watson.
The whole of Melbourne.
Steve from the block.
That was
Multi
Mick.
Bridge.
Mick's actually blasted the whole city.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, from Point Cook.
Oh, the old
Come
bum
on, Mick.
sniffer, Mick.
Mick can't believe he's hearing radio this good. He had to come all the way down from Sydney to catch up with something of this high quality, Willis.
Yeah, because imagine what you get up there.
yeah.
Hey, g'day, Jim. How you go? What'd you do today, Jim?
Listen to Bill. Bill.
World movies.
What we didn't realise is that you
Yes.
are an expert when it comes to world politics.
I take an interest.
You do. And to the point where our own newsroom, who are across all of these issues and have some of the sharpest minds kicking around, have enlisted you to help colour in some of the dots.
Exactly, Jim.
All right. So I wasn't aware of this until I came in today, and apparently it's been kicking around the news services. So here we go. Our beautiful newsreader from the mornings with Ed and the boys, Sarah Patterson, has put this report together.
Hi there, Sarah Patterson here from TripleM News, joined by Bill Brownless to discuss the growing crisis in Ukraine. Bill, what does the military standoff mean to the future of Eastern Europe?
Well, in any dispute like this, it's got to do with how big your cannon is. If your cannon is bigger than the other blokes, you win. Ron Jeremy, Joel Garner, Liam Neeson, me. Great examples are everywhere. Vlad's cannon is bigger than old mate's cannon from Ukraine. Barack's is bigger than Vlad's. Sarah, that's all that really matters. Back to you.
This has been Sarah Patterson, joined by Bill Brownless in the TripleM newsroom.
Now, Bill, something that has passed under the radar of the rush hour, and shame on us, is if Adam Scott wins this World Golf event that's on at the moment in Miami or in Florida, at Doral, and Tiger Woods finishes fifth or worst, he will be the number one golfer in the world, Adam Scott.
Crikey.
Now, I'm pretty sure I'm right in saying that we haven't had a world's number one ranked golfer since the Shark many, many moons ago. So that will be a titanic performance from this man. And rain interrupted first round, so I think Adams only played 10 holes. A storm came through and they had to evacuate. But he is tied sixth.
Well, and he's been on holidays, had a bit of a spell, hasn't he?
He's had one tournament back, had a top 20 finish, I think. But now he is tied sixth, Willis. If he wins, that will be an astounding performance. Number one in the world.
And a nice fella. Have you met Adam Scott?
I have only twice and very briefly, so I didn't spend a lot of time with him, but he's very softly spoken, a lot taller than you think. Taller than you think, softly spoken, very polite and respectful, and, it just looked to me like one of those sort of blokes that you'd very happily spend the evening with, but would not speak about himself. There was no me in him from what I got, just a very quiet, nice, almost shy young man. But Bill...
Didn't ask him about his other halves. He does very well.
I think,
Well, during the President's Cup, which I did, the Russian tennis player, Ivanovic, was there the whole time, and she is a lot taller than you think.
Is she?
She's taller than him.
Yeah, but I don't think he's with her anymore. I think he's moved on.
Moved on, Willis. But anyway, that will be an astounding performance were he able to convert.
Go, Scotty.
We need to get around what's happening at Punt Road. It's quite extraordinary the game of footy's being played there, Bill. That'd be a long time since that's happened.
Oh, a long time.
As in a proper game.
Yeah, 2,000 people there today, I think.
And it's amazing. They've had it resurfaced. They've had it widened, I think, and lengthened a bit. So it's
the
about
size of Etihad now, apparently.
Etihad size, so they've done a great job with all of that. Our man, the Duke, from, of course, the Hot Breakfast. By the way, are they flying?
Are they?
James Packer on this morning. Breaking stories everywhere.
Darren Hinch first out of jail.
That's exactly right. The number one breakfast show in this market. Don't worry about that. Hello, Big Duke.
Hello, Jim. Hello, Bill.
Duke.
1964, the last time a game was played for Premiership points at Punt Road.
Bloody, I didn't realise that long.
A bit of suburban footy was good fun there this afternoon. The sun was shining. They only had 2,100 seats available because they are building the infrastructure there to make it available for the VFL. And some excited Richmond supporters. The lunatic that I did the hot breakfast with in the morning, I've never seen more excited. One of the great moments to me was when he turned up and it was a dry oval and he couldn't have Never seen a flatter man. He wanted to have a few frothies today, so he's over at the Royal Hotel. But the Tigers were pretty happy. 45-point win for them. They played really well. They had a good, strong side in. So too did Essendon. I thought they looked really sharp in their final hit out the Tides.
Yes, 45-point win. As you said, Deledio, very good. Grigg, also very good. Is there a watch on Trent Cotchin? Did he hurt himself?
He had his own footy in the first quarter, kicked 2 goals in a minute, and then went off, came back on, and they rested in the last quarter. A little bit of talk about Jakey Carlisle. There was a push and shove there in the last quarter that maybe there might have been an errant knee from Jakey. He had a pretty tough day trying to play permanent forward, which he's going to do all year. He found the game pretty tough, so he may have a little bit of concern with the tribunal next week. And Ty Vickery was the other one, went off in the second quarter, didn't reappear. So maybe a little bit of doubt over him. But all in all, I thought Richmond were very, very impressive all round.
All right, what about Bombers for their legion of fans? Duke, anything for them to hang their hat on?
Well, they know Michael Hurley today. I just saw him on the way out. He said, look, I could have played. I actually just had a bit of a back spasm today, so nothing serious. They'll get Bill Chambers back, which will be handy. Hibbard's another one, and Courtney Dempsey. So probably 4 of their starting 18 without any doubt.
Chapman?
A little while.
How did Chappie look?
Your man Chappie. I know you love. You both love Chappie.
Yep.
He played almost the full game. Didn't come off much at all, and kicked a couple of goals and looked in good nick. Young forwards, Joe Danaher is going to be a star at some point, but he's 19 and gets pushed around a little bit. Carlos still trying to work out exactly how to play permanent forward, but some signs there, although they were pretty well beaten today.
As we let you go, Duke, Mick Hurley, what's he doing with the shag, please? This ponytail sort of shaven side look?
Well, I did say to him on the way out that it wasn't a great look for him, and he said, I think I'm going to shave it off. So I'm not sure I had any influence over. But for me, he's your rock-solid meat and potatoes, man. None of the Hollywood about Michael Hurley. So I think that will go, and he needs to play. He has to play well for me if they're going to be the side that we think they're going to be.
All right.
Hey, loving the rush hour back, boys.
Good work, Big Duke, and we look forward to you dominating Triple M footy again in 2014.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks, Bill.
Good on you, Duke. And also there's another game going on just for Adelaide taking on the Crows, and at three-quarter time there, the Crows lead by 27
Over
points.
Port Adelaide?
No, the Crows and Adelaide. Crows are taking on the Giants, you idiot. And they lead by 27 points at three-quarter time. Jeremy Cameron's hurt his ankle.
For all the people that have tweeted and emailed and sent in, yes, Bill did say Adelaide are taking on the Crows.
Should I replay that bit?
Twice.
No.
Twice he said
well,
that.
so,
Adelaide, and also there's another game going on just for Adelaide taking on the Crows, and at three-quarter time there, the Crows lead by 27
Over
points.
Port Adelaide?
No, the Crows and Adelaide. Crows are taking on the Giants, you idiot. Now, the Crows are playing the Giants.
Thank you, Bill.
And they lead by 27 points at three-quarter time. Yes. Jeremy Cameron has limped off with an ankle injury. And Tom Lynch, some...
shoulder, AC.
Might have a shoulder injury
and
also.
Boyd, I think, on the footy show last night, said he's having a run around. Did he not in that game?
He's a big boy.
Isn't he a big boy?
Isn't he a big...
has he gone? Has any news on how he's gone?
No, I can't. I'm doing my best with the facilities
Bill,
I've got.
Please?
And there's another game coming up too at 4 o'clock.
Okay, good. Geelong and North, of course.
Tonight
too, Willis. All right, Danny Green, not far away. We can't wait to speak to the man. Right now, it is our great pleasure to welcome a man who, on three occasions, Willis, has been the world champion.
4.
4?
I say 4. Danny Green, welcome. How many times have you been world champion, my friend?
I won 2, then I won 2 more.
4,
Jimmy boy.
Come on, Greenie. Bloody hell. Well, it is wonderful to see you, by the way. You're here for the FedEx Expo, so we know you're looking forward to that. You've been at Crown last night for the big opening of the new sports bar.
Come on. Where is he?
Oh, no.
What's he doing?
I don't know what Bill said.
No.
Oh, he's got me. Billy's got me with the beauties.
Stop putting photos in front of Greenie when he's trying to concentrate.
It's a professional operation here, Bill.
Hey, now, Greenie.
I tell you what, he's a puppy man. He loves the
Very
dogs.
nice to see you. Bill, smarten up.
Come on, Greenie.
We don't get this sort of superstar in the studio very often. We need you to behave.
I know.
And Greenie, nice to see you.
It's great to be here, boys. Once again, thank you. I always have a laugh when I come here.
I want to talk to you about what we were just doing off air, and that is I was showing you some of my new stuff because, of course, I'm in the square circle these days.
Embarrassing.
Pad work only. I'm not a sparrer, Greenie. Yeah. I must admit. When you're this pretty, you don't want anyone.
No way, mate. I wouldn't want to mess that face up.
No, I know. But I said I was doing a little bit of technique with him just then.
Yeah,
Bill,
I saw that.
And Greenie said, "All right, well, let me give you a couple of shots, and then I'll give you another one."
No, because you said your man tells you not to.
The elbows get a bit flappy.
And Greenie said, "Well, mate, I'll do a couple of examples here. Hit you in the chest once, and you went back 2 steps,
and then the second time,
you actually lucky there was a window there. You would have been on Clarendon. You would have been over at Nando's.
I was going to say he was picking up a couple of wingdings over at Nando's.
This is why I don't fight anyone, Greenie. A man's got to know his limitations.
Well, you must keep the elbows down. Obviously, your mate's telling you the right thing, but if you don't throw if you don't extend or if you don't lift the elbow when you throw the punch, you can't get any leverage. You can't get any power. Any of your shoulder, and you got no pop.
How come you still look that good?
Well,
because you've had your head punched in on a number of occasions.
Yeah, 25 years ago. Yes. Mate, it's the Irish blood in me. It's just tough skin and, I don't know. I wouldn't say I look that crash off.
Have you had any...
You should see me in the morning when I first wake up.
Botox or anything like that?
Oh, shitloads.
You and Sam. Got a bit of work done.
No, have a look at me, Donald. Look at
You got the crow's feet.
Look at the wrinkles. You could just about run a race down some of these tracks in my head.
Actually, you still look all right.
Doesn't he?
Cheers,
Bloody
mate.
hope you do.
Hey, but I got a bit of vitamin D last week. I was out in the sun a bit, so I might have.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Bit of fishing. I see you fishing up there.
Let's just finish on the boxing. Getting used to being punched and throwing punches in the ring. You started at what age? Late?
Yeah, started when I started karate and kickboxing when I was 12, 13.
And then boxing.
And then boxing started. I had my first amateur fight when I was 18.
Okay, 18. So is there fear involved that you need to get over, or is it if you've got any fear, you shouldn't be in the ring?
Oh, you're always going to be if I said I wasn't afraid or I wasn't nervous, I'd be lying. But I'm not afraid of. I genuinely was never really ever afraid of the bloke that was in front of me.
Yeah.
I was afraid of losing.
Yeah,
I didn't want to lose. There wasn't a fear of getting beaten up because I've been getting beaten up and busted up for 25 years, 30 years almost. So it's not a fear of injury or getting hurt or getting whacked or whatever it is or getting knocked out. It was the fear of I want to beat this bloke. I don't want him beating me. I don't care about getting punched because it hurts. I just don't want to punch me because he's going to beat me.
So the knocked out bit interests me, Bill, because when you've been in the ring for as long as you had, when that came on, like when you felt that you were starting to go, wouldn't happen very often with you, 4-time world champion, of course. But when it did, what did that feel like?
Look, when I fought against Antonio Tava, there's a bit in the video you can see, and I was getting towed up, and it was only a matter of time, I guess. And I remember thinking to myself, I'm either going to go out on my back, out cold, or I'm going to I'm going to let him go. And I remember looking over, you see the video, and I kind of looked at my corner, looked at my brother. And I kind of smiled, I smiled, well, because my legs were gone. I couldn't feel them. I knew a few more shots and he's going to take me out here. So I thought, got to roll the dice here and dig in. And threw a few big bombs and missed him. And then he towed me up and finished me. And the bell went and the bell saved me.
Yep.
And then, my brother threw the towel in after that, which I was spewing, but it was the right thing to do. He saved me from getting a pretty bad knockout.
Did you say you did, Bill?
No, we saw that. Remember at Warrnambool, we were watching at the Whalers Inn. Do you remember? We're watching that.
Greenie said, I was getting towed up, and Bill's gone, you were.
Yeah, you were, yeah.
Well, he's only being honest. No, we all saw it, mate.
Where were you watching it, Bill?
At the Whalers Inn. The Whalers Inn in Warrnambool, and we had a couple of frothies, and we're going, and that's the pressure you put on yourself because you came here and fought Shane Cameron, and that was a tough fight. But mate, you had to win, didn't you? You couldn't. That was a pressure fight for you to just bloody win the thing.
Yeah.
All your mates were there, like us, sitting on the front row.
Yeah, you're sitting with all your mates too,
and some other mates. All right, Greenie, we need to take a break. We're going to come back with you in just a moment.
Danny Green is in the studio. Always great to have him here.
All right, now, Greenie, what's going on with you, please? You're here for the FitX Expo. That's going to be fantastic. But days in the ring gone. What are you up to? What's the new green machine?
I'm not sure, mate. I don't know whether I'll fight again. It's kind of hard keeping away because I love it, and it's what I do. And I'm obviously keeping in very good condition physically, but I don't know whether I will fight again. There possibly could be something on the horizon. I don't know. I really don't. That's the honest truth, boys. And then I'm about to open a gym up in Perth.
Right.
Yeah, called Green Zone.
Because boxing, I mean, we've taken the mick out of myself before, but boxing is actually a very healthy way of staying fit for men and women.
Yeah, we're going to incorporate that into my gym, but we're not having fighting or fighters or boxing in there. But training. It's a really, really good way. Great for cardio, great to release a bit of stress, and everyone feels a part of it. And we're really kind of going for the big market where people can feel not intimidated by boxing. They can have a lot of fun with it and get fit.
Yep. Yeah, and it's a good way to do it. Speaking of the FitX Expo, starts today, actually. You're there over the weekend. Secrets to my success, mindset.
That's it.
Meditation. He's talking about all that there. So over the weekend at the Melbourne Exhibition Centre.
Yeah, and
talking to the mic, big fella.
Sorry, mate. I'm just leaning back. You're getting relaxed.
Yeah, you are.
You can almost pull up a frothy right
now.
Right?
Bill will accommodate you.
We will run in. Yeah.
Well, you get tickets at www.danny2014.com, and I'm just doing a seminar. Basically, I guess giving away a few of the secrets that helped me, enabled me to get to where I was, about staying fit, getting strong, getting explosive, mindset, diet, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So basically just a seminar on what I've done.
Get down there. You got a lot of supporters in Melbourne, haven't you? They've been faithful for a long, long time.
Mate, I could honestly, without a word of a lie, I could pull up stumps and come and live in Melbourne, but I'm not going to because Perth's home and I live on the beach there, and that's the only thing that would stop me living in Melbourne is the beach is a bit too far.
Hey, I'll tell you what has been fantastic. I saw this on television. You're spearheading a one punch can kill campaign, and well done to you because we've seen it in Sydney, we've seen it here and over in Perth, mate, and it's just the violence. We're trying to get rid of it, and you're campaigning that. Good on you, Danny Green.
Thanks, Billy. Yeah. Cheers, mate.
So give us the message. What is it in a nutshell?
Oh, Jimmy, it's basically we're all on the same page. You know, we've been there, all been there and out and about, and have been in a scrap. But you know, I've never picked a fight or cracked someone for no reason in my entire life. And you know, the amount of violence, the unnecessary violence. So people think now the young guys coming through the ranks, they think, oh, it's cool, and I'm going to get respect if I beat that bloke up. It's quite the opposite. It takes a stronger person to walk away from a conflict. Doesn't mean you're scared or you're gutless. It means you're smart. You don't wake up the next morning maybe with a hangover, but you're not going to be in a cell, or you're not going to be the other way around, possibly hospitalised or badly injured. And it's just everyone just finds it too easy now just to go the knuckle. It's just crazy, and sometimes you have to defend yourself. I understand that. I'm not going to say get beaten up, but there's always another way. And it's up to our mates. Like if we're out and Billy's starting to fire up like he normally does, I'll just go over Billy and say, "Hey champ, come on mate, hey Coco, let's just relax, go have a beer, get a frothy, and just relax and chill out." And that's what the attitude we've got to have, mate. Because this unnecessary violence is disgraceful, and we've got to stop it.
I've always been gone the other way, Greenie. I won my last fight by 150 metres. and going away, Bill, I was too.
Hey, and Crown last night was a big night there, of course. They had the sports bar opening, level 1 up there, 20 screens, TAB, 24-hour licence. How was that? Good night?
Yeah, it was great, man. As always with Crown, they look after me deluxe, and it was always a pleasure being there. A lot of nice faces. I had to get up there and do an interview with Anne Peacock. And she interviewed us.
Beautiful Annie Peacock.
I had to follow. They put me on last, and before me was Harry Kuehl and Ricky Ponting, and then Jimmy Bartell got up there and spoke like, "Hey, it's a pretty hard act to follow. Should have whacked me up first."
You would have killed him. Don't worry about that, Danny.
One thing I did do was take a frothy up on stage. I was a bit scared. I said, "Well, it's a sports bar. Have a beer."
You're still catching up with your little dwarf of a mate, Justin Langer, over there in Perth, or have you finally wiped him?
I haven't seen JL for a while. I spoke to him, not too long ago on the phone, but I haven't actually, because he's got his job with the Warriors, and obviously I'm pretty busy doing what I'm doing. But
he's a man who thinks he's tough, doesn't he?
He was tough.
He's a tough little guy, mate. But I tell you what, I wouldn't want those cricket balls coming at me that pace. No way.
No, I didn't like that either, Bill.
No, you didn't. That's why you quit.
Not much I did, in fact. Hey, Greenie, FedEx Expo, how do people get along to that, please? Bill, you've got the details
Exhibition Centre, of course. You just go along. Turn up
the
there, and Melbourne Exhibition Centre starts today, Saturday, Sunday. Get along there. We might even give away a double pass, our next phone topic.
Right.
I'm walking around that place too, feeling very inferior. There's a lot of big lads out there.
Big boys?
Oh, I said to a lady today, she came over and she got a photograph and said, "Hey, Danny, how are you?" And I was talking to her, she loved the lady. I said, "Excuse me for asking, I hope this isn't disrespectful, but do you have any kids?" Because she'd have been probably pushing 46, 48. She was in incredible condition. She said, "Yeah, I do. I've got 2 kids." I said, "I bet they eat their vegetables at night." You cracked the whip hard, Mum.
Get a number?
Wow.
Get a number?
Danny, shut up, Bill. Danny Green, always welcome on the Rush Hour. Thanks for dropping in.
Thanks, boys. Legends.
We should mention, Danny Green's just left us. His birthday this weekend.
Sunday.
41, did he say?
41 he is. And
4-time world champion. Bill, you should have known that.
I told you. And a twinkle in the eye still
Yes.
about the old maybe taking on Mundine.
The man. Well, he wants a piece of him.
Which we would love to see.
Well, because, Bill, when they last fought, Greenie had to lose 10 kilos to go down to Mundine's category.
Mate, we're all on his side,
So
mate.
we'd like to see it go the other way.
So we've gone from a really hard nut, tough bloke to Damien Christoph.
Oh, Bill!
Have a look at the weasel sitting there.
Come on, Bill.
Hey, Dame, our great man, and he comes in, helps us out regularly. Okay, and we'll take some phone calls later on, but good on you, mate. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, it's always good to get abused. It's lovely to see you, mate. Really great to see you. Excellent to see you, JB.
What time at this time of year, when everyone's sort of starting to hibernate,
yes,
what happens with the diet?
It can blow out. Just ask Billy over there. Look at him. Enormous. Imagine when you do blow out.
You aren't in your best nick, Bill. You were going all right last year. What's happened?
Well, I've had 4 months off. So that means 4 months off the gym, off radio and off television. I take a big break.
And off your feet, obviously.
No, I try to do a bit of walking, but I got too heavy.
Well,
you idiot.
I love it.
Right. Come on.
No, there'll be a lot like in the same bucket as me.
Yeah.
So what do you say to the fatties out there?
Well, there can be all the same stuff. We can always say the same stuff. Watch out, watch your portions, all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
The key thing is if you're going to overeat stuff that'll tell you to stop eating.
Like?
So the fresher, so get yourself a good quality steak, get yourself some good chicken, get yourself high quality eggs, all those sorts of things. You're better off eating more of that stuff.
What do you mean by high quality eggs? When you go to a shop, there are just a whole lot of eggs.
They're not.
Well, what's a high quality egg?
The high quality eggs are the ones that are free range and or organic because they're happier hens, right? I know it sounds a bit funny, but when you get an egg that's not happy in a cage, punching out eggs every night while you're sleeping, it's punching out eggs. It's not good for it. And you look at the colour of the yolk, it's pale, it's low in nutrition.
Free range? Because I went past a free range joint the other day, and, mate, there was 1,000 chooks in this paddock, and they call it free range because they're free ranging.
Yeah, they're happier than the ones that are in there.
I don't know if they are, my friend. So eggs, anyway, we've got to get onto the eggs. You're right.
Organic,
no
good quality.
Organic.
Go organic.
That's too dear.
Well,
Bill,
not really. You're paying $7 for a box of 12 versus $5.90 for a box of 12 for the non-organic ones.
Well, you've got to save money where you can.
And
30 cents it's worth it.
Is it what you put with your eggs? Like bacon. Bill loves bacon.
He does, doesn't he?
Everyone loves bacon.
Are you not meant to eat bacon?
Bacon makes everything better.
Yeah, it does. Smells nice.
It does. There's not many meals that doesn't taste better without bacon.
That's right.
I agree.
But
I do
if
agree.
You're
but
having
it's
bacon
not...
and eggs, should you just leave the bacon out and maybe do some tomato and spinach? And
no
stuff?
bread.
Yeah, you could. Well, you can do a slice of bread if you want, but having a slice of bread with some avocado on that, have some spinach on it, and that doesn't even have to be cooked. You have baby spinach, and that can be raw. But you want to cook it with butter and stuff, so you could do that.
Yep.
But the eggs ideally be poached, and when you do that, you kickstart the day. It's beautiful, great way to start the day.
All right.
Awesome energy.
What about energy? Speaking of that, energy drinks. Like when you go to a supermarket or even a petrol station, you see lots of Gatorades, Powerades.
All of those brands.
And they're beautiful looking and cold in the summer, Bill, and they're blue and red and orange.
Yellow,
and
orange.
Yeah, I mean, and they just taste yummy.
They do, don't they?
Yes.
They taste good, but they taste very fake and artificial, don't they? Like there's nothing
they taste good.
No,
look at these. This is beautiful.
Well, that's what we have, the earth
this
juice.
That's great juice. And
tell the people what it is.
Well, the organic
we're not on
juice
television.
Earth juice,
organic
Tassie apple. Earth juice.
No, but when
nice.
if you've been down and had a kick at the footy, or you've been playing golf or whatever,
really thirsty.
You're thirsty and you pull into one of those places. You look at a Gatorade or a Powerade. I mean, they're just yum.
They do, and they suck you in, don't they? They just like they call to you. You could. I know it sounds a bit boring, and I'm being the health guy here, but a couple of slices of watermelon will do the same job.
But you're not getting them
You
at a
buy a
service
watermelon,
station.
do you, and cut it up.
Yes, Billy.
You got to be, mate. You can't tell us all this crap. You got to tell us what's there.
I'm writing that down,
mate.
You get water. Water is good.
Do you buy a piece of watermelon and cut it up?
Oh well,
that's generally how it works, Bill. Yeah.
So I'm in the survey. You got a watermelon there, mate?
Preparation.
Cut it up, will you?
It's preparation. If you do the preparation thing, and I bet you. You know, if you're in the boxing ring and you're going to win world championships, right? You're not going to be unprepared. You're going to be prepared. And so if you're wanting to be in good shape at 41 looking incredible, you want to be eating the right stuff.
Yeah, which Green Man does.
Yeah, he does.
All right, 133353. You know what we do here. Get on the line. Damien, you can answer any of your health questions. What should you be eating? What shouldn't you be eating? What should you be doing to stay healthy? 133353. Have a piece of Damo next on the Rush.
Yeah.
Damien Christoph is with us, and he is our health guru.
No doubt. I've got stuck into the nuts.
You have.
Since I've been back. I've got a big box.
Yes.
Brazil's
walnuts,
pecan, cashews, almonds, and dried almonds. Dried apricots. So, Damo. And the reason I'm doing this is because they're, as I understand it, good cholesterol fats.
Well, they're good fats. You're right, JB. There's a big difference between the bad fats and the good fats.
Yes.
The good fats are typically the ones that are raw, if they're polyunsaturated.
Right.
So when we talk polyunsaturated fats, we're talking nuts and seeds, we're talking olive oil, fish oils. They're good to have raw, which you're doing.
Yes.
You can soak those nuts.
Oh, no.
Soak your nuts. You're better off soaking your nuts. Don't cook your nuts. Soak them, right? Don't bake them.
Come on,
don't wander down Bill Street. Because
but when you soak them,
idea.
when you soak those
Pasteurised.
nuts, it actually softens them. You get access to more good fats, right? So you get better fats.
Well, 133353. The open lines here for Justin Winturner South. Got a question for Damien, please?
Yeah, I have, mate. Just one about Bircham muesli with low-fat yogurt. Is it high fat content with the muesli, or is it good to eat?
Yeah, not all mueslis are created equal, Justin. It's actually an opportunity for me to give a bit of a plug. I won't just yet, but
The forage.
Forage. Get on it.
It's gluten free. The key thing, if you're trying to lose weight, this will upset some people because they haven't yet read the research. But if you're trying to lose weight, you've got to go gluten free, but not gluten free cereals per se. You don't want to have all the processed gluten free cereals. Get yourself some quinoa or some rice and make your muesli out of that. Or forage, you can use the forage bircher and mix it up with some yogurt. It doesn't have to be low fat. In fact, if you go low fat, often what ends up happening is you get more sugar. So get a full cream, natural yogurt, and you're good to go.
That Gippsland, they make beautiful
How good's
yogurt.
that?
That's the yummiest yogurt ever.
Yeah.
Love it.
What's it called? Gippsland Dairy?
Gippsland
Yogurt.
Dairy.
Oh, yum.
Gippsland Organic. I love that.
Jeez,
I love the
that's
5 a.m.
And
one
the
too, I love
forage
that.
bircher. No, don't soak that either. Have it crunchy.
it's just
Yeah,
go,
JB has it
I'm
crunchy.
with
Yeah,
you.
I do too. It's great.
Lee's in Doreen, Willis.
Hello, Lee.
Morning. Afternoon, boys. I'm half asleep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Now, here's one for you, Damo. I grow my own kale, put
Good
it in
work.
smoothies every morning, and also have it as salads. What chances do you reckon you've got of getting Bill onto a bit of superfood kale diet?
Well, now, just what is kale?
Well, we were just talking about that before off air, and Bill was a little bit disgusted that he thinks he might have already tried it in a smoothie himself. He's got some goosebumps.
Oh, mate.
It wasn't looking good. He quivered. Actually had tears in his eyes.
What
He was
is
scared.
kale?
Kale's a cruciferous
Kale
vegetable.
Morton.
It's in the same family as cauliflower, broccoli, and
Oh, yeah.
all those green leafy vegetables. And it's very rich in nutrients. So good for you. Very, very good. You can cook it. You can have it fresh and raw. You can juice it. It's got a strong flavour. It's definitely not the most.
Can you bake it and they're like chips?
Kale chips.
Yes.
Kale chips.
I've
delicious.
had them. I've had them.
You can make it taste a bit better by putting salt on it, Bill. You'd love that.
Well done, Leroy. You've won a double pass to the FedEx Sport and Fitness Expo, where you can see Damo out there, by the way. It starts today and Sunday. Hold on the line.
Dylan,
Thank
well
you.
done, Lee. Dylan's in Glenroy. Dylan?
G'day, gents. My question for Damo, I think Big Willis will enjoy this one.
Yes.
On a Friday night before football, how many stubbies can I have?
So your game's the next
How many
day,
can you do?
I'm gathering, Dill.
Yeah, I'm carb loading on a Friday night, but I just want to know
How many's the missus say you can have, Dill?
None.
None.
What do you reckon about that, Billy?
No, I think John Barnes used to have 4 cans before
How many
he
did you have?
I used to have 1 or 2.
I think Martin Pike didn't miss too often either.
Because you sleep better, I find.
Yeah, you will definitely sleep better. Absolutely. But you sleep better because it kicks in some melatonin and dampens down your serotonin because it's a central nervous system depressant,
right?
Which is the alcohol, and so you will definitely sleep better. But you'll wake up a bit knackered the next day, and especially if you're having more than 1 or 2, you're going to punch out 4. That's probably not ideal. If you're going more than that, then you're going to be
probably
But
2
a
or
couple
3. Yeah.
A Dill if he's just in the local footy.
Yeah, if it's local footy, have some fun.
Right, well done.
Just watch out for injuries, mate.
Kerry's in Geelong. Kerry?
Yeah, g'day, mate. Look, last couple of years I've just taken up doing Melbourne Marathon, and both times I've had severe cramps. I'm getting mixed messages with, taking Powerades or Gatorades or taking gels. Don't take the gels. And second of all, is loading up on carbs during the week essential?
No. You definitely don't need to load up on carbs during the week. You absolutely do not. In fact, the new science is saying that if you're carb loading, you're going to decrease your performance because you're going to build up with lactic acid. So you don't need to do that. You can use some carbs to improve your performance, but you don't need a whole lot. And certainly loading up the day before, a bit dubious. You don't have to. In terms of magnesium, we spoke about this last year. Remember Bill used to get a cramp in his throat or his tongue or something?
And he thought he was going to die.
He was going to die.
I nearly got one.
During the week essential.
Yeah. Well, the cramps. You get rid of those with some magnesium. You get rid of those with some magnesium, so you can supplement with magnesium.
Right.
And if you've got cramps, you're already deficient in magnesium, so you've actually got to take a supplement of magnesium. You can't just eat more foods with magnesium in it. You've got to supplement.
Cramps, Bill.
Cramps.
Oh,
with an
cramps. Oh, did you say cramps?
M and a P.
Look at this man.
Unreal.
What about salt?
It's the magazines you read, I reckon. That's what it is.
Don't you have salt? It's supposed to be good for you?
Yeah.
Cramps?
But the pink salts and the coloured salts, not the white.
No, just the bloody white salt.
Not
you get
the
in
white salt. No,
What's
Himalayan,
a pink salt?
Himalayan rock salt. It's good. The river salt, the
Himalayan rock salt. Where's he gone? Where have you been?
We should go shopping. We'll do a pantry shop for you one day.
That would be a good
Let's
thing
do
to
that.
do.
That would be great.
We'll go to your house. We'll get a red bin. We'll chuck all the stuff out that you shouldn't have, and we'll go
That's the
refill
entire
it.
contents of the house.
We might not be anything in the pantry.
Chops and salt. My grandfather used to cook them till they're burnt, and then he'd pour on a whole lot of salt, and I've followed on. I used to love that. Oh, funny.
With your bottle of raspberryville to go wash it down
The
with.
tails, Bill, with the little fat
Oh, yeah.
dripping off them.
The loin chops with the little fat on them. You'd eat them first because they were
You'd suck the
crunchy.
marrow out. You'd do all of that, wouldn't you? Oh, yeah. I could see you.
you'd have about
See you
9
lick
of
the
them.
plate. You'd lick all the grizzle.
FedEx Expo, you're heading down there for how many more days, please?
I was there today. I'm going back tomorrow and Sunday. 2 more days.
Jeez.
It's packed down there.
Long weekend. You've
Yeah. I've got Monday off. That'll
All
be
right,
nice.
well
It's
done.
going to be packed down there. There's 25,000 they reckon is going to get through the doors there.
Get stuck into that, Damo. Great seeing you.
Great to see you, JB. Billy, here you go. Thank you.
Joke, Bill?
We got a joke. Yes, indeed. It's only a short one. So
Is it? And no Irish accent attached to
No
this
Irish
one, please?
accent. Yeah, this is a bit sad, to be honest.
Oh, what a great way to finish the week.
Well, I've just heard one of my lifelong friends died of a severe heartburn. I just can't believe Gav's gone.
No.
you know, the freeways are absolutely packed at the moment.
I can't believe
Gav's gone.
People are stuck on the traffic in the Monash in the tunnel. Hopefully, the interrupting man in the tunnel.
Hey, here's some breaking news for you, boys. Tommy Hafey has recently had surgery for a brain tumour. So we wish Tommy Hafey all the best.
The star, and that
And
gets us hopefully to a better place than that joke had us. So
Exactly.
good luck with
All
that,
the best, Tommy.
Here we go. Plastic.
Oh, we're going to go, though.
Triple M's Rush Hour podcast was brought to you by Fox Footy, only on Foxtel.